Concrete is indispensable in bridge or tunnel engineering. However, there is a new type of concrete in tunnel engineering. It is quite different from ordinary model building concrete in construction process and performance, but plays an irreplaceable role in tunnel engineering. That's Shotcrete. Now, let's learn about its mystery. We can see that Shotcrete is to adopt a concrete sprayer to spray concrete on the surface of a rock wall, which will be consolidated rapidly into a layer of support structure. What are the characteristics of the structure? What is its effect on the surrounding rocks? Let's get familiar with the knowledge of Shotcrete structure with these questions in our minds. First of all, Shotcrete has the characteristics of rapid strength increase, strong cohesion, high density, and good impermeability. It can well fill the depression of the fissure between the rock blocks and increase the integrity of the surrounding rocks to prevent the free face from weathering and loosening and working together with the surrounding rocks. Secondly, compared with ordinary model building concrete, Shotcrete construction combines conveying, pouring, and tamping processes and does not require formwork, so the construction is rapid and convenient. In addition, Shotcrete can play a bearing role as early as possible. It can reach its finally setting in about 10 minutes and generally have strength in 2 hours. Its strength can reach 2 MPa in 8 hours, 5 MPa in 16 hours, 7 to 8 MPa in 1 day, about 70% of the 28D strength in 4 days. However, the test shows that the compactness and performance stability of Shotcrete are poorer than that of model building concrete. Next, let's learn about the effect of Shotcrete on surrounding rocks. The Shotcrete can be closely bonded with surrounding rocks, which can prevent surrounding rock strength from deteriorating and prevent unstable blocks from collapsing. That supports surrounding rocks. Shotcrete can effectively control surrounding rocks in entering a certain plastic stage without harmful deformation, which can unload the surrounding rocks. Shotcrete can fill the surface depression so that the rock block layers divided by the fissure are bonded, and the interlocking and inlay between the rock blocks are maintained, filling and reinforcing surrounding rocks. Shotcrete can be directly pasted on the rock surface to form a protective layer against weathering and waterstop, preventing the loss of filling in joint fissures, covering the surface of surrounding rocks. Shotcrete shall be supported in time after tunneling, with high strength in the early stage, which can provide resistance to surrounding rocks in time, preventing surrounding rocks from loosening. Shotcrete can distribute external force to anchor rods, grids, etc. through the Shotcrete layer so that the stress on the supporting structure can be evenly shared. The above is the effect of Shotcrete on surrounding rocks. Next, let's learn about its construction process. The process flow of Shotcrete includes dry spraying and wet spraying. First, let's learn about the dry spraying. It is to mix sand, stone and cement in a certain ratio evenly, in dry condition and put them into the sprayer. Add the accelerator and convey the mixture to the nozzle by high-pressure air. And spray the concrete onto a rock surface at a high speed after mixing it with high-pressure water. For dry spraying, the disadvantages are that it will generate a large amount of dust and a large amount of concrete rebound. The water addition is controlled by the valve at the nozzle, and the degree of control of the water-cement ratio is related to the proficiency of the spraying operator. However, as the machinery used is relatively simple, mechanical cleaning and troubleshooting are easy. Wet spraying is to press. He mixed concrete with a wet sprayer. Add liquid accelerator to the nozzle. And then spray the concrete onto the rock surface. What are the advantages and disadvantages of wet spraying? For wet spraying, the concrete quality is easy to control, because it will generate a small amount of dust and concrete rebound during spraying. However, it has high requirements for sprayer. Mechanical cleaning and troubleshooting are more troublesome. For soft rock and seepage tunnels with thick spray layers, wet spraying is not easy to use. Therefore, different spraying methods have different feeding procedures and different timings for adding water and accelerator. We should select the appropriate spraying method for construction according to the actual situation of the construction site. That's all for this lesson. Let's make a summary. Shotcrete has characteristic not found in model building concrete, although its on-site construction environment is poor with a large amount of dust. It has an important impact on surrounding rocks, as it has the characteristics of rapid strength increase, strong cohesion, high density, and good impermeability. The surrounding rocks can give full play to its own bearing capacity. This taught us to treat our friends the same way Shotcrete treats surrounding rocks. If we wholeheartedly care, protect, and help other people will give feedback to us in an invisible way.